It's Week 9 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Puka Nacua. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Cowboys and the Cards, and it comes your way next.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in really scuffling. Losers of 7 of their last 8 games.
And they've been an underachieving team, but they do have some pretty good pieces in place. Let's see if they can use some of the younger guys and make themselves better.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they have certainly got it rolled. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Webster. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
This taken in by Downs. They get 11 back on that, that leads to third down. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun, Webster. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 90 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they've reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. The Cowboys at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Rutledge. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webster. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nice little juke. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Puka Nacua from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rutledge. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Webster. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Blitz coming and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Prescott. Complete. Jefferson the target. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Cowboys.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Webster got a man and he hits him in stride. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Webster. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Down to about the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Pass complete there to Nakua. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Prescott. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Aubrey now for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Webster. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open. Puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 99 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. 2nd and 9.
At the 48-yard line.
Throwing, Prescott. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
Prescott off play action. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal. Prescott now. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Webster. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Well, offense. That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Webster. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free-for-all out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Webster. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Trey Lance, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And that one all tied. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Webster. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Looking to throw, Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
5 yards to go.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he's got some space here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 126 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 29.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 22.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Here's Prescott. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
At the 32-yard line.
On first down, Rutledge. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. His way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. 2nd down and 8. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Open man, Lamb. It's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. That catch, a pretty big one, Charles. Now 1,200 career catches.
The numbers that pile up, sometimes we get numb, sometimes we get immune. But 1,200, that gets your attention fully. Congratulations. Phenomenal job. And I don't think he's slowing down yet.
I don't think so either. He makes it look easy, but this one not to be taken lightly. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now Prescott.
Open man, that's Puka.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. That'll put him right on the doorstep of a 200-yard game. He's at 199 as he picks up the 1st. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
2nd down, Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Aubrey now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. Webster. Looking middle, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Webster. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
At the 43-yard line.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Rutledge. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Webster. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Back to throw. Webster. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose again.
And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Webster.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 3rd down, Webster.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one, maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught by Downs.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Webster. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's going to be a 19-yard loss on the play.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. To about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cowboys,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 9 of the NFL, and we've got C.J. Stroud. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Falcons and the Saints on Sunday night primetime.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
He opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
you know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting he continues the streak in this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short throw caught by Pitts.
There'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Right back to Pitts again.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, like my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You talk about this Falcon defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football. Stroud off the play fake.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost it.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room. Maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed him.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
Stroud looking to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stroud.
That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Robinson.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Robinson again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
And his kick here is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
Uses the spin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll drop to throw.
Loose inside the 30.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 8-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
At the 25-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get...
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken right on the 30. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now back to throw.
There's Chris Olave.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Gibbs straight ahead. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The point after, good by Groupie. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, Stroud. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage, right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Stroud. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. He threw touchdown pass number 30 on the year last time he had the ball. And we'll look to build on things here, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Able to slither by. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
This one taken in by Olave.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2nd and 11.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Gibbs is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, some strong running. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a 2nd and 7.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Dances by him.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd and 4.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And caught by London. Room past the 35.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Stroud to throw it.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trey Lance, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Drive has a left side and finds Olave.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Stroud.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
They'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is brought in at the 21. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Stroud's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Got London on a slant.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First, this to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Fielded at about the 28. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
C.J. Stroud and the offense back out there.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
first and 10, it's Robinson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Stroud. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Play action. Stroud now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is good. And that will leave it our score at 21. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs. They fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8.
All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it first and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Stroud to the air on first and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
The throwing again is Stroud. And his throw here is incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
And Stroud now to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, the tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
130 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Second and 2. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Stroud going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Stroud looking to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Robinson up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Stroud. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
Throwing again. Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Stroud. And to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Robinson on a give right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 7. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
19 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
This is 1st and 10.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perry. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Complete to A.T. Perry. A gain of 18 on the play.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. They still can't get it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Atlanta,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.